there's these two women. Both husbands got the same job. One's got a lovely fur coat and the other one's scruffy. She said, how do you manage it? She said, well, I'll tell you what I do. She said, my husband's very amorous. Every time he wants to kiss me, I charge him £1. Just to kiss me. Kissing me all day long, keep getting the money, buy lovely coats. I'm going to have a bash at that. So she went on, she told her husband, she said, whenever you want to kiss me again, it's going to cost you £1. Thank you very much. Went on for 4 weeks, and the money's rolling and rolling in. Then one night they went out to the club, and she's had a few gin and tonics, and they finished up, and they're both very, very feeling lovely, you see. So he went upstairs and put his arm around her. He's just going to kiss. He said, I'm not that drunk. £1, come on, £1. So he said, hey, love. And he found 50 pence. He said, I've only got 50 pence. She said, nip downstairs and get 10 bob out my handbag.
I remember a very good friend of mine, you know, he was locked up in an asylum and he was there for about 3 weeks. And the fella said, right, if we let him out, what'll you do? He said, the first thing I do is going to make a sling, come back and smash all these windows. They said, right, lock him up. 3 days later, they said, right, if we let him out, now what'll you do? He said, the first thing I'll do is make a sling, come back and smash all these windows. They said, lock him up. 4 weeks later, they said, right, if we let him out, now what'll you do? He said, the first thing I'll do is grab hold of a blonde. He said, that's better. He said, I'll take her up the mountain. He said, that's better. He said, I'll get her on the floor. He said, what'll you do then? He said, I'll take a garter off, make a sling, come back and smash all these windows.
You've got to use your imagination, right? Now, we're going back once again to the days of the Wild West, and you can imagine this coach coming in to Tombstone. Whee! Plenty of dust flying about. And in this coach was a fella that had just bought the Long Branch Saloon. And over Tombstone was a load of dust. That was the wind. And all this sagebrush was rolling about. And people were streaming out of Tombstone all over the directions, plenty of their heads. And they've pulled up in Tombstone, and the fella got out the coach, and everybody's riding out in covered wagons and on horses. Get out. He's grabbed hold of one fella. He said, hold up, mate. He said, where's everybody going? He said, I've just bought the Long Branch Saloon. He said, I don't care what you've done, mate. He said, I'm getting out of town. We're all getting out of town. Do you know who's coming here? He said, no. He said, you don't know. He said, Big Black Pete's coming here. Big Black Pete's coming to town. He went, he said, let me go. He's gone. 3 seconds flat, he's in this town of Tombstone, all on his own, no one about. And he walked up the Long Branch Saloon and he opened the door and it was silent, deathly silent. And he walked up the bar, he was crying. I bought this pesky saloon and nobody, and all of a sudden, he heard this clippity-clop, 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 clippity-clop. He went to the door, opened the door up, and down this street of Tombstone, there's a geezer, 19 foot high, telling you, 14 foot across, riding 2 steers. He thought, hold up, hold it up. This geezer stopped outside the Long Branch Saloon, roped up the stairs, got off these stairs, crunch, walked up the Long Branch, kicked it open, when he went, I want a drink. He went, yes, sir, yes, sir, certainly, sir. And he threw him a bottle in it, a complete bottle. This fellow went, well, that. Finished it in one hit. He said, oh, I want another drink. He said, yes, sir. He said, would you like another drink, sir? He said, no. Gotta get going. Big Black Pete's coming to town.
Thank you very much. I've been on my holidays, you know. Every day's holiday for me. But I went to Morocco. That's in Africa, isn't it? And it was smashing, you know. We went on one of these very old planes. It was a old-fashioned one, you know. The toilet was outside, and you get it. and what else was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, and we were flying across the channel, and we got a puncture, and And someone said, bail out. I said, why? He said, the water's coming in. Hey, and then I heard this voice come over the intercom. That's this microphone that they talk to you on the plane. And it was the pilot, I think, that was talking, because he said, your number one engine has failed, so we'll be an hour late. And then 5 minutes later he said, number 3 engine has failed. Because he taught possum in his pilot story. He was very old, this pilot. It was called Pontius. He said, number 3 engine has failed. And this fella next to me, he said, I hope number 4 doesn't stop, because we'll be up here all night.
I love a good laugh, don't you? Yeah, good laughs better than doorsteps and salts, isn't it? You can't... Hey, hold on. No, though, this white hunter, you know, I shouldn't say that. No, he went out to Africa and he discovered this little pygmy tribe. They called the Elawi tribe, you know. And he thought it's a funny name, this, for a tribe. But he got right friendly. So Chief said to him, he said, would I like to come out? Because he talked like that, this Chief, you see. He said, would I like to come on a hunting trip with his old lad? He said, aye, I'll make one. He said, right. So he took Coyne off because it was warm. It's warm over there, you know. And they're off into the jungle and he said, Dale, he said, before we go any farther, old lad, he said, why did they call your tribe Elawi? He said, well, I'll tell the old love. He said, that says, when we're hunting, we generally get in this elephant grass. He said, it's right there. He said, and I'll see our hunters jumping up and shouting, where the hell are we? Where the hell?
Bloody hell!